Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to be doing your weekly tarot. This is good for the week of July 15th through the 21st. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot to see if there's any obstacles or blocks on your path at this time and how you can navigate around those in order to manifest what it is your heart truly desires. And if you're resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. It really does help to get my message out to more people. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's see what's on the horizon for you. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. Okay, so Gemini, for some of you, this can mean a lot of different things. It could mean that maybe you're planning a vacation or will be planning a vacation in the future, right? This week. It's also the energy of moving. Okay, literally moving residences, moving from one place to another in order to move closer to where your heart desires to be. And the other thing is that this is the energy of a new path opening up for you, whether you are moving or going on a vacation or not, right? It can be new doors opening to a new job, a new career, a new relationship. Something significant is kind of in brew, okay? And I always feel like this isn't necessarily a fast energy, so it may not actually happen this week, but this is preparing, knowing that there is something new on the horizon, right? And preparing for that. It's kind of like like if you have any big event, say you're getting married or something like that, right? Or you have somebody close to you getting married. You don't just show up at the wedding, right? If you're the bride especially, right? There's a lot of preparation before that actual day. And so this is a little bit of understanding that you're in that preparing phase, okay? The new door may not actually be opening at this time. What your guides are wanting you to know is it's okay if it's not showing up in the 3D, but they're working behind the scenes to have something come into your life that you have been trying to manifest, tried to bring into your life. Your job at this time is to stay in a positive energy of knowing that it is on the horizon, of knowing this new door is going to open up for you, to stay in that positive energy and to do those things every single day that will help you to prepare for this new adventure, right? I love that energy. Yeah, Cow Spirit, one of my favorite cards. This and the Bee are two of my very favorite in this deck. It says the miracles are endless, right? You don't have to know how this is going to manifest in your life, right? Your only job is to envision what it is that you want in the future and to take those little baby steps, okay, towards that. Allow your guides, your angels to work behind the scenes in order to bring this in for you. I feel like this is something big. And to be honest, I feel like it can be career oriented, but at this time it's even if it's career oriented, it's very close to your heart. This is the energy of wanting a new relationship or wanting to reconnect to somebody that maybe at this time you're not with, or it's the energy of wanting something new, something that is more fulfilling for you, closer to your heart, just knowing that you're on the right path. You are on the right path. And once again, your energy is not about worrying how it's going to occur. Your only job at this time is to stay in that positive energy. I'm going to say it's the number 15 here. I'm trying to get it to focus. Okay, it's the number 15. And 1 plus 5 equals 6, okay? But you see how there's a 5 in that number, and they're pointing that out to me. 5s are all about knowing there has to be a change. So if you're in an energy of right now, of that 5 energy of there has to be a change, right? I cannot continue on my path in this same energy or relationship or situation, whatever it is, right? If you've been in that energy or you are in that energy, it's about allowing yourself to know that there are better things on the horizon for you. Your job, once again, is to believe that that is possible, right? To put your energy focusing on where you want to go and not worrying about what has happened in the past, right? It's all about that whole thing about feeling, like your life is about driving in a car. And if you're driving in a car and you're keeping your eye on the rear view mirror, right? What's in the rear view mirror? That's your past. If you keep your eye on that, guess what? You're going to crash the car. It's just inevitable, right? Or you're just not going to get anywhere because you're too scared to go fast in the car because your eyes aren't on where you want to go. This is the energy of keep the faith, believe, and keep your eyes on the horizon, right? Don't be looking in that rear view mirror. Take a glance every once in a while if you need to, right? But it's about focusing on where you want to go. That's a really strong message coming out here, Gemini. And then you have love your body. Let your beauty radiate out. Yes. And this can be about your physical body. You do have Jupiter in your first house at this time. It is about, the first house is all about the image that we're portraying to other people, right? Is the physical avatar in alignment with how you want others to perceive you, right? Is it in reflection of who you truly are? As sometimes we can fall into prey of, wearing trendy clothes that really aren't in alignment with who we are. We're wearing them because everybody else is wearing them and we want to fit in. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's kind of like understanding that's not shining out who you truly are. It's the energy of really allowing yourself to go within and ask yourself, who am I? What is my legacy? How do I want people to perceive me? Is my physical in alignment with who I really am and how I want to impact the world and how I want other people to know me as who I truly am. And that can't start until you love who you truly are. Gemini, I think you've been working on that for some time, right? Loving who you are, becoming more in alignment with your core values, who you are, how you do want to impact the world. You know that you have some type of a mission perhaps, or a way to move forward, to help others, to be a healer, to step into the energy of having deeper connections with other people, to inspire other people, to share your story. All of that is part of the journey. Yeah, you are in such a good place, Gemini. You are in such a good place. So sometimes when we get into that good place, and even if you're not feeling okay, that you're in a spectacular place at this time, I feel like down deep inside that you are going to be okay, that you are going on a new path, that this new opportunity is going to come to you. Once again, believing in it, right? Not focusing on what has occurred in the past or why you're at the place where you are. Sometimes it does help to kind of like be in that energy, to do the healing, to look at the past. But Gemini, you're kind of past that. Don't get stuck in that healing phase, right? Sometimes we get on that healing energy, and that's great. We all need to do that inner work, right? But sometimes we can get stuck in that energy. This is the energy of allowing yourself to know that you've done some deep healing. And it's time to allow yourself not to take life so seriously, right? When we get in that healing phase, we can sometimes take life seriously. This is the energy. Yeah, you're going places, Gemini. You are going places. There's no doubt about it. You are. Things are changing for you. And the more that you can believe in yourself, believe in the universe, believe that there are better things for you on the horizon, the faster you'll get there. right? And, it's really important because I do feel like you're manifesting at this time of focusing on the positive that you want, okay? I am going to say, and we're not going to get deep into romance. I did love reading on Wednesday, and I'll have that linked at the end of this video if you're interested. There is love on the horizon for you, right? But there is also the energy of when you're trying to manifest anything, whether it's a romantic partner or a new job, a new career, a new life, whatever it is. It's also understanding to take a look at the positive features that you have there. Sometimes when I do a personal reading for someone, they'll sometimes say, and we all get into this, right? They'll say, well, I want somebody that doesn't lie and cheat on me, right? Or I want a job where the boss is not so toxic and demanding, right? But then when we're trying to manifest from that energy of what you don't want, we're not really clear to the universe what it is that we do want. It's about allowing ourselves to change the mindset to kind of like look at it in a positive energy. So instead of saying, I don't want someone that lies and cheats, right? That is energy of looking in the rearview mirror and remembering what maybe has occurred in the past. In the future, what would you like? You don't want what's in the rearview mirror. What you want is someone that's loyal and loving, compassionate, honest, right? And sincere, has integrity. Think of the positive characteristics of what it is that you want. Same thing with a job. Instead of trying to find a job that's not toxic and takes advantage of you and your beautiful nature, right? It's kind of like, I would love to have a career where I can use my skills and talents and I'm appreciated for the work and the creativity that I put into my job, right? It's kind of like just turning the words that we use. Remember, the universe doesn't hear the word not. So whatever you are putting out there, right? The universe is, the universe, instead of hearing does not want someone that lies and cheats, the universe only hears you want someone that lies and cheats. So that's why you continue to get the same pattern over and over again. It's allowing yourself to step into the energy of what do I want? And then allowing yourself to look for that in a future partner, right? It's kind of like understanding that when we're focusing on, I don't want somebody that lies and cheats, then we go out on a date, we're looking for those red flags of, oh, is this person a liar or a cheater? And then we miss, right? The goodness of that person. And it's not that we want to dismiss red flags, but when we go into a relationship looking for what we don't want, then that's what we're going to find. But if we can go into a relationship or a situation looking for the good in it, looking for what it is that we do want, then suddenly the things that come onto our path are completely different. So give it a try. Just try it, just for a little bit. You will notice a difference if you can allow yourself to align to what you do want instead of what you don't want. Okay, so let's take a look because your energy is really good. Let's take a look. You are poised because you have the strength and courage to understand you're going to focus on what it is that you do want, right? That you know that you've done the healing. You're ready for this new adventure. You're putting time and energy into listening to your heart, listening to what it is that you do want as you move forward onto your path, and knowing that you're going forward in a very independent nature. You're free of what is in that rear view mirror. You're free of the core values that other people told you to follow, right? You've done the work so that you're independent. You know who you are. The Nine of Pentacles is that beautiful energy of knowing who you are, right? Being strong in knowing who you are, and yet at the same time poised and open to meeting new people, new situations. The walls are not concrete, right? It's kind of like you've softened the walls because you've done the healing. You're ready for this new path. And, I love the fact that there's a baby there, right? This is is the energy of understanding that you are on a new path. So you cannot allow yourself to drag forward all of the baggage, let's put it that way, or the hurt, the pain, the resentment of the past. It also means that you can't repeat the same patterns that you used in the past. So in other words, if you're trying to manifest love, right, it's understanding. Maybe you're going to try to connect with new romantic partners, new potential romantic partners in a new way. If before you only tried to meet people on a dating app, maybe what you're trying to do this time is say, okay, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to join some sporting things. Like recently I started pickleball, right? It's kind of like a great way just to meet new people. Or perhaps you're going to join an art class, or go on even like a singles vacation tour, right? I have a friend that does that, and she really and truly enjoys all the people that she meets on there. It's not like I'm focusing just on a romantic partner. I'm broadening my horizons. I'm poised to meet new people. And when we go into that energy of poised to meet new people, of opening our heart to new people and situations, what happens is that we're also going to attract in people that are more in alignment with who we are and what it is that we want. Yeah, it's about understanding that you're changing. Okay, you're changing your approach because you understand, if I go into love or a career or whatever it is, whatever situation, right? And I'm doing it exactly the same way, I'm only repeating that pattern, and I'm only going to get more of what I used to get, right? And you don't want what's in that rear view mirror. You want something new. This is the energy. If you're not to the point of wanting something new in your life, that you're happy with where your life is, then this reading may not be for you. It may not be resonating. But if you're kind of like have finished a chapter and a new chapter has not yet begun, and this is the energy of figuring out, what does that new chapter look like, right? How can you align to what it is that you want? Okay, so here's the thing. You have the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the Five of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Pentacles has been coming out a lot for me lately, right? The Queen of Pentacles is the energy of it's a good energy, okay? But the shadow side of it is that the Queen of Pentacles is looking down at that pentacle. You see, she's very concerned about her safety, her security, her financial well-being. She's focusing on what she thinks she's supposed to do, the roles that she's supposed to play, okay? This is the energy of recognizing that there is good in being a Queen of Pentacles. It means that it's home and hearth. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of your loved ones. You're taking care of your home, right? You show up at work. You never take a day off, right? It's that. But when we get too stuck in that Queen of Pentacles energy, what happens is we feel like our life isn't bringing us the love, the joy, the happiness that we're really and truly seeking. Because the Queen of Pentacles, the downside, the shadow side, the wounded side of the Queen of Pentacles can be that we're putting more time and energy into focusing on how much we have in the material world, right? Or focusing too much on how we feel we are worthy of love or not worthy of love. It's also the energy of over giving to people, situations, our career, whatever it is, right? It's understanding that the Queen of Pentacles gives a lot, and she doesn't necessarily receive a lot. And this is the energy that you may have found yourself in for some time. This is you. You have the Judgment card, okay? The Judgment is a crossroads decision. Do I want to continue, okay, being the person that's doing the thing that I'm supposed to do, or people around me have conditioned me to believe I'm supposed to do? Am I following my core values, my core beliefs, or are the core values that I'm making my decisions on based on what other people feel is important in life. This is the energy, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, of really getting clear and aligned and strong in who you are and what it is that you want. What do you feel like is important to you and your happiness and your fulfillment, right? And for some of you, if you're in that 5 energy, and remember, they were showing me the 5 with the cow earlier. If you've been in that 5 energy and you're trying to come out of that 5 energy, right? Or you realize I can no longer continue in this pattern, right? This could be you kind of like, literally working paycheck to paycheck, right? This could be you in relationships where you give a lot to the people in your life, but you don't receive a lot back. This is the energy of saying, you know what? This isn't working for me. I can't continue doing the same thing, showing up in the same way. For some of you, it could also mean that you're hoping, praying, wishing other people in your life would change, that your boss wouldn't be so toxic, or that your romantic partner would appreciate you more or show more affection. This is you understanding, well, I can't change other people. And we can't change other people. We can't control other people. But what we can do is stand in that energy of knowing our worth, of saying, I'm tired of this energy. I'm putting that to the side. I'm looking closely at what my worth is, and then I'm making decisions based on what it is that I feel is important for me. And that may mean distancing yourself from people, situations, relationships in your life. And not just distancing yourself from them, but also taking a look at where it is that you want to go. If you have been spinning for a while, ask yourself, are you spinning because you're hoping somebody else will change, right? This is kind of like a wake-up call. This is a call to understand the only thing in this situation, whatever you may be inquiring about here, the only thing that can change is you. The other person, the situation isn't going to change. You've been hoping for that. You've been maybe trying to get them to change in some way, right? This is you deciding that's not going to change. So the only thing that can change is my mindset about that situation and changing the way I approach it, or walking away and saying, guess what? There's other places I can be. There are other options available for me. So you may not see those options at this time, right? Sometimes that's the problem. We don't see them. But if we focus on why we think we can't leave a situation, that's all we're going to get more of. This is the energy of, I am leaving this situation. Maybe I can't leave it today, but putting it out to the universe and then taking a baby step every single day that helps you to get there. So if you're kind of like, yes, I can't get my boss to change. My work environment is totally toxic. It's draining my energy. Okay, well, financially, you may have to stay in that job for a little bit, but it's also about trying to see any good in that job so that your energy kind of about it is more relaxed. But then it's also about every single day putting out a resume, right? Or asking yourself, hey, is there somewhere else I would like to live? Maybe this is a great opportunity to not only change jobs, but to move, to make some big change in your life, right? Allowing yourself to see the miracles are there. The opportunities, the people that you may need, the resources are available to you when you believe that they will show up. Once again, you don't have to know how they're going to show up. Your job is only to believe that they will show up. Okay, so let's take a look at what your obstacle is. Yeah, it's time to go. But the thing is that you're thinking about it. You're putting more energy into thinking about it instead of actually doing something about it. This is the energy. Yeah, you have the Knight of Wands on the bottom, but see, you're just kind of like holding yourself hostage in this situation. And it's, once again, I mean, we all have to make those choices in our life. You may not be able to leave that relationship or job today, but knowing in your heart that you are going in a new direction, saying, yes, I'm moving out of this. I no longer, I've tried to get this to work. It's not working. I'm allowing myself to move forward. But then also taking those baby steps every single day. What does that look like in your situation, right? A baby step. Maybe that's researching other places that you would like to live, researching other careers that you would like to explore. Maybe it's going back to school, right? And learning some new skills so that you can find a job in a different career or find a job somewhere else, right? This is you. Truly, and I love this energy. This is you, and this is your obstacle. So this is kind of like knowing that your obstacle is your opportunity for growth, okay? Look at the obstacles as opportunities. So your obstacle here, or your opportunity, is to look in the mirror and ask yourself, hey, Gemini, what do you want out of life, right? And learning to listen to your own heart, looking at your own core values. If you want to, just, do an internet search of core values, and it'll spew out lists of 100, 500 core values, right? Print one of those off and then really kind of like go through it, looking at it as an opportunity to find that needle in a haystack. What is your core values, right? Which of those core values are you resonating with? Not what other people around you resonate with, but what you resonate with. It's about looking within yourself and seeing what is really and truly important. Because I think for some of you, if you're feeling this energy right now of feeling stuck in a situation, or perhaps you've left a situation, but the new hasn't actually approached you yet, the new doors aren't opening, it's about understanding that the universe is slowing time down for you so that you can get in alignment with what it is that your heart truly desires. Loving yourself enough to say, what is important to me? And how can I take steps to move towards that, right? Because you have a new path. There's definitely a new path here available to you. It's kind of like understanding, what path do you want to take? Do you want to take the path that you've already taken in the past? Do you want to take a new path, but it's in alignment with core values that have been with you since childhood that really aren't in alignment with who you are at this time on your path? We change, we evolve as time goes by. What was important to me in my 30s is definitely not important to me in my 60s. Some of it is, right? But I've, had a lot of life experiences. I'm at a different part of my path. I've had a spiritual awakening. Things are different, right? And so what I may have felt were my core values in my 30s, or what I desired in my life, is totally different than today. And that is what life is all about. Understanding our core values change as we change. And it may just be that some of you just need to take a look at yourself and say, are the core values that I'm following, maybe they have been in alignment with you, but they were in alignment with you previously, not your newer version of yourself, because you definitely are someone new, okay? This is a new path. This is a new approach to your life. So let's take a look at where this is leading you. Yeah, patience. This is the temperance energy, moderation. Understanding that I don't feel like you're being asked to take any big step at this time. It's kind of like allowing yourself to take those baby steps, to really kind of like feel your way forward. What is in alignment with what it is that you want for yourself as you look forward? You do have new supportive connections coming, but it's also about taking a look. Are you wearing a false mask? Is the way that you are approaching new people in your life, whether they're friends, family, romantic, work, it doesn't matter. Are you showing up in your authentic light? Or are you trying, in the past, maybe you allowed yourself to be a chameleon and tried to fit in with other people. This is the opportunity of aligning yourself to who you truly are and saying, I'm not going to try to blend in anymore, right? Instead, I'm going to be willing to wait, to be patient for the right people to come onto my path. This is a little bit of an energy, especially for those of you that are looking for a romantic love, is to be patient with it, right? To allow yourself to be true and authentic from the very start of the relationship, and allowing people that don't appreciate who you are, right, to leave your life. It's okay. You're not going to crumble and fall into a fetal position anymore. You've learned, okay, that aligning yourself to people or situations that really aren't in alignment with your core values, it ends. It eventually ends. And sometimes it can be a very traumatic ending. So here you are, Queen of Wands. Now, I'm going to say, this is what I absolutely love about this reading, is that you have been the Queen of Pentacles for some time. The Queen of Pentacles is a little bit of that serious energy of focusing on your career, focusing on taking care of what you have, right? Focusing on protecting. There's this energy of protecting, you know, that I only have one pentacle, so I have to really protect it. I have to just kind of like focus on that one pentacle, right? This is the energy of I'm trying to stay safe and secure. Here's where you're going. And this is the energy that your spirit guides and allies want you to kind of step into. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands steps out of her comfort zone, right? She's willing to, you know, I had a friend that was like this. We would go shopping, and I'm not a big shopper, but I would go shopping sometimes with her. And she was the type of person that would pull everything off the rack that was extravagant and totally like completely not functional. Okay, let's put it that way. She was like, oh, I just want to try it on, you know. Every once in a while she would buy something, right? But she would just try on all these extravagant things. And what would I do? I'd be going in there, I'd be buying, you know, the normal, the traditional, the cardigans, right? I would be buying the things I would only try on, right? Things that were practical, functional, right? Very much Queen of Pentacles. And finally one day she was like, why do you do that? You don't have to buy it. Just try it on. See how you feel when you try it on. That might be like an assignment you could do this week, is go shopping, right? Go to some store you normally wouldn't go to, right? And go in there and just try on some things, some clothing that you normally wouldn't try on. Allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone. But while you're trying it on, actually ask yourself, how do I feel in this? You know, what emotions are coming up? Does it make you feel sassier? Does it make you feel a little flirtier? Does it make you feel a little more feminine, right? It's kind of like, what is coming up for you, right? And allowing yourself to just experiment. Because I think for a lot of you, you have been stuck in this energy of doing the dutiful thing, you know, following the rules. This is very much, I follow the rules. I don't want to get in trouble. I want to stay safe. I want to stay secure. Queen of Wands. She knows she's going to land on her feet, right? She is so confident in herself and her ability to manifest what it is. She doesn't sit around thinking about it, right? She's out there taking action. She's out there trying new clothing. She's trying new, she's literally going out there and just having fun with people. And in that, okay, there is a little bit of this energy of having to have a little bit of courage, right? It's allowing yourself to try on some other hats, roles in your life, right? Clothing, whatever it is. Because for some of you, you don't know exactly what it is that you want. And being the Queen of Wands and saying, okay, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm just going to try some new things. If you've never tried pickleball, just go to a beginner's pickleball class, right? If you've never tried painting, just sign up for a painting class. If you're interested, right? Don't do things that you're not interested in. But it's just, okay, I'm trying on new people and new situations, right? I'm aligning myself to this energy of I don't want the same thing that I've had before, right? I'm not repeating this energy. Instead of wearing the same, I'm going to try some extravagant things. Okay, this is getting me to start thinking about myself, right? It's this energy of what is it that you really and truly want in people, in situations, in your life, right? And some of you, if you don't know what that is, this is the energy of, well, go give it a try. Go experiment. Go discover what it is that you want. Because for a lot of you, you've been locked down for a very long time, thinking that you had to stay safe and secure. This is about allowing your wings, right, to kind of like fly. Allowing yourself to say, I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone. You should be stepping out of your comfort zone at least once a week. And if you aren't, schedule it. Allow yourself to do that. Look, you have the 6th and 7th chakra. If you wake up in the morning, quiet your mind, and then ask your inner child or ask your guides, what should I do today? What's something different I could do today, right? Or pick up the newspaper or get online and see what's going on in your community. What can I do today to get myself out of the house, to get myself out of the routine that I have, right? Allowing myself to spread my wings a little bit more and then go do it. Right? Listen to your intuition. Follow your heart. Because you have woman holding a coin. You have no place like home. The fates. You also have the 6 of swords, right? Moving forward. Temperance energy. Yeah, this is the energy of really like not feeling like if you go to pickleball, you know, it's kind of like you don't have to fall in love with pickleball, right? Maybe it is about just meeting new people. Right. Maybe it is you take a series of 6 lessons and at the end of the 6 lessons, you're like, yeah, okay, that was fun, but that's not really where I want to put a lot of time and energy, you know, and being grateful for the experience and then moving on to something else. You know, maybe you're going to play, I don't know, golf. I don't know. I don't have the patience for golf. So it's kind of like understanding, okay, maybe pickleball wasn't it. Maybe I'm going to take a painting class or a cooking class, right? Allowing yourself to experiment, allowing yourself to figure out what you do like. Because I think for some of you, you're not even sure what your heart truly desires, what it is that you want. You may be very clear about what you don't want, but don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want. Okay, Gemini, let's pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Where am I called to use my voice right now? Ooh, beautiful. All right, you have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters and it's time for you to share it with the world. Okay, in order to share it with the world, you have to get out of the house. You have to allow yourself to meet new people, to put yourself in new situations. It's also about understanding that you have to be in alignment with your story, right? You can't go out into the world and meet new people, right? Whether they're friends or co-workers or romantic partners, right? You can't go out into the world and wear a false story. You have to allow yourself to be true and authentic to your story. By doing that, you're going to attract in people that are inspired or interested or in alignment with who you are. So I love this message of understanding that when, you know, you're going to go try pickleball or a painting class, cooking class, whatever it is, right? Even taking your dog for a walk in your neighborhood, right? It's about opening your heart and looking for the good. Once again, looking for the good in the person, looking for the good in the situation. Because when we have been focused on protecting ourselves from people or situations that have been trying to steal our self-worth, or even perhaps our finances or our time, our energy, whatever it is, then we kind of go into that a conversation with a new person with that protective energy. Ooh, I'm protecting. I want to keep my privacy. I don't want people to know who I am. I don't want anybody to steal things from me. But then we have that energy. We're showing up with that energy, and we're not showing up in our true, authentic, loving light, right? This is the energy of having healthy boundaries, right? I'm not saying that you meet somebody new and you hand them your credit card or your personal identification information, right? It's the energy of having an open heart and trusting in yourself that you can listen to your intuition and tell, is this person somebody I want to get to know better? Or is this a person that I'm going to say, well, it was nice to meet you, and I move on? Right? It's listening to your intuition. It means you don't have to be completely open. You want to be open, but you don't have to be completely vulnerable to everybody you meet on the street, right? But it is the energy of being open and looking for the good in them, right? And allowing the good in you to shine through at the same time. If we're looking for the bad in somebody else, right? The part that might hurt to us, then what we're doing is we're also mirroring that, and we're showing up in that energy of showing our more hurt, painful side. That's not the way we want to attract other people that are really in alignment with what we want for ourselves. It's about opening your heart and accepting other people. Like if we want people to accept us for what we have experienced, we also have to be willing to accept new people for where they are on their path. It doesn't mean that we're going to stay together, right? But it's being open. It's about meeting them where they are and then allowing ourselves to make that decision. Is this person a person that I want to get to know more? Or is this just, we meet and we wish each other well and we go our separate ways? Beautiful message here. So this week I would really practice, focusing on your core values, focusing on where it is that you want to go instead of what you're trying to get away from, and trying to meet even strangers on the street or in the coffee shop or anything with this loving energy, putting down the mask, right? And allowing yourself to be your more true, authentic self. Stepping into your Queen of Wands. For some of you, I know I've had some clients that I've worked with that have literally taken the Queen of Wands. I'm trying to find her. Yeah. Get on the internet, right? And find a Queen of Wands. Just, Google or whatever, a Queen of Wands image. Print one off, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on your computer, your refrigerator, whatever. Every time you see it, ask yourself, what is it about the Queen of Wands that you want to bring out in yourself at this time? Write down 2 or 3 things. How are you going to focus on being more open, more confident, more inspiring to others, more creative, right? She's more flamboyant than this, right? How can you allow yourself to break out of your comfort zone? How can you do that? And allowing yourself to really, she knows her light and she shines it brightly. She's not putting her head down, right? She's not staring and trying to protect what she has. Instead, she's open and vulnerable. And that's what you're being asked to give a try this week. It's going to take you beautiful places. And remember, your job is to manifest, to concentrate, to believe you can have what you want and not worry about how it's going to happen. Leave that up to your spirit guides and angels. I hope you have a wonderful week. It is so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for all of your support. And I will see you on Wednesday for your next reading. Much love and light. Bye for now.